We came up with a saying that said, the Forrester way. Like if you're gonna do something right, there's a way to do something right, but then there's the Forrester way. And the Forrester way is above and beyond doing anything right. There's nobody that's been like him since. My name's Will Markham. I'm a retired U.S. Air Force combat controller. I retired at the rank of Command Chief Master Sergeant. I worked about 25 years as a combat controller, 30 years in total in the United States Air Force. Retired under Air Force Special Operations Command. I asked Mark, you know, so what brings you to the 2-1 STS, the mighty 2-1 I would call it. And Mark simply said, well, this is the most decorated unit in the Air Force. This is the most decorated unit in Special Tactics, and I came here to make a difference. We wanted to put Mark in a position that he could learn from really good combat veterans and then also mentor his peers that may be a little less mature than he was.
Boom! I like it. Nice.
Forrester, you're a natural. I mean, I'm gonna be carrying one of those. No matter what it is, I'm carrying one.
Just watching the way that he was around people, and especially in a training environment. So you don't get that in most seasoned combat vets. How deliberate he was with his phraseology and his terminology, talking to the aircraft, talking to the team leader, talking to the team sergeant, talking to the headquarters in the rear, and relaying exactly what him and his team needed in order to defeat the enemy. 02:30 in the morning on 29 September, I get the phone call that no senior enlisted leader wants to hear, and it was, we lost Mark. We lost Mark. What seemed like minutes, almost hours, had gone by on the phone, but it was probably just a few seconds. We would have to activate, you know, on Mark's behalf, his death letter. We went and secured a small county airfield where we could bring in some aircraft from Air Force Special Operations Command that would have my acting commander, our chaplain, the medic, a couple teammates, so that we could make a simultaneous dual notification to Dad Forrester's home in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and his parents' home in Haleyville, Alabama. Pat and Ray were home when we went and knocked on the door. Thad Forrester and his wife were home when Chief Sean Gleffley and Captain Andrew Bear went and knocked on his door, and we executed on the doors simultaneously so that there was no chance of phone calls being made or somebody finding out, you know, through other means. I will tell you that the hardest thing as a senior enlisted leader is to knock on the parents' door of one of your teammates, and when they opened the door, they were happy to see us. They were like, "Oh, Chief Markham, you know, Lieutenant Colonel Loughran, how are you doing?" And because we were dressed in our full service dress, they understood the circumstances to the point they didn't want us to come in because it wouldn't be real if we didn't come in. But unfortunately, we did have to come in, and we did have to tell them about Mark. And it was that is a no-fail mission. That is a mission that deserves the most respect that you can provide for a family, and the hurt and anguish that family goes through from that moment on. Their lives will never ever be the same. So when Mark was deployed downrange, he had the call sign Jaguar 28. When Mark was killed on 29 September, one of the first things we did as a command was we wanted to do everything possible to retire that call sign. It was one of the first call signs that had been retired. In Mark's sake, we wanted the call sign J28 retired and to never be used again. and it would stay with Mark Forester.
This is Forester.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
He's 6 months old now.
6 months.
Yeah.
Look at you, buddy. Oh my gosh. Come here. You're gonna do good things. You're gonna do good things. Oh man, I'm just feeling happy. Like, to finally get to meet Forester from that night on 10 October when Mr. Vernon Hill said that we would honor a puppy named after Mark with Warrior Canine Connection. I was just so taken back, and my next thought was, I can't wait to meet him. And this truly shows that Mark's legacy will live on. I would say the fact that Mark Forester's name is gonna, proceed on with Forester, the service dog. The fact that that pup is gonna be raised to take on a service member, most likely save their lives. I don't think there's any better way to honor, to respect, to keep that living legend going than naming our service pups, after our fallen teammates, because we say always remember, always remember, always remember. And the way we do that is by constantly mentioning their name. So that pup's name, Forester's, is always going to be mentioned every day. The person that receives Forester will know the Mark Forester story. The family of that service member is going to thank Warrior Canine Connection for getting their family member with a service dog, and now those family members will know who Forester was named after. And so Mark's name is just gonna spread, and the wonderful story he has and the respect for his family is just gonna continue on. I can't think of a living memorial that can do more than that.